Hey, guys, it's Juanita Coley, the Contact Center Whisperer, and I'm joined by the amazing Sheila McGee.
Hi, how are you?
We are over at Zoom Perspectives 23 out in Cali this week. We're having an amazing time. We're sitting down with the amazing Graham. Graham, give me your last name.
Geddes.
Geddes. Sheila, give us some of your insights so far on some of the things you've been seeing and what are some of the questions that you have.
So, I mean, the big question that I came away with this morning was that stat that was given 3,000 Zoom customers have already adopted the free trial for summarization. So, if we think of the hundreds of thousands of Zoom customers that are still out there, how do we encourage them to do it? What are the outcomes that customers who are already using summarization are getting? Why is it a positive thing to do right now?
Yeah, I think people have Zoom meetings to get work done, and it's about trying to drive an objective or an outcome. And so, really, it's just a great way to capture all the goodness that happens in a Zoom meeting, have that summary given to you as if you had an assistant there doing it on your behalf, and then it's really about how do we take that even steps forward. Assigning action items, identifying next key next steps. So we are really excited by the feedback that we're getting from the customers that are using. As mentioned, it is in free trial now, so we're excited for other customers to check it out, and we're excited for kind of where we can take it from here.
So I'm going to ask you if you can. Can you give us a specific customer? You don't have to tell us who it is because there's privacy involved, but what kind of industry, what kind of size of business, and a little bit more specifically on how they're using it and the story they're telling.
Yeah, so actually, just a meeting last week. I won't share the customer name, but it's say a large enterprise manufacturing customer that works in kind of the silicon space, and they're actually using meeting summarization. Like I mentioned, it's about assigning, kind of categorizing all that happens in their Zoom meetings. It's about how do I take that interaction? How do I make sure that we're assigning the right people to the tasks. How are we operating more efficiently? They're very interested in how we can even take it steps further, as I mentioned, assigning action items and other things that we're looking into. But it's really about them, specific to cohorts of users that are really operated around kind of project-based work, and how do I capture that, keep things on task, and automating that in a way that they haven't been able to possibly in the past.
And so what you see Graham hinting at here is some of the interesting things that Zoom is working on to expand the capability of summarization. And so we'll be looking forward to that at
Yeah.
Zoomtopia.
So, Graham, I have a question for you. I'm interested in next best action when we think about AI. So, yes, we're using it or we'll be using it for summarization of like, okay, this is what happened in the meeting. Do you predict us leveraging it for next best action? Like, hey, this is what happened and this is what needs to happen post the meeting, or and then because I'm extra, okay, and then actually scheduling those things, like scheduling the follow-up meeting and all of those different things.
The answer is yes. I think that the future is bright. I think these are really powerful technologies that our customers are really excited about. And how do we use them to automate and make people a more efficient use of people's time? So those are the areas that our customers are excited about. It starts even more basic. Things like translated captions, the ability to democratize the globe. People speaking different languages. I was just meeting with a customer in Japan last week, and the ability to turn on translated captions and have that rich dialogue where people can speak in their own language, but then taking that a step further with summarization, getting into things like in the future next best action. But then where do we take it from there? Of how do we continue to make things simple and easy for our customers? So lots of focus in those areas. I'll defer, but as far as commenting too much further on that, but I think it's there's never been a more exciting time to be in this space, especially for those of us that have been here doing this for a long time. But I think that we're really going to be able to deliver on the promise that the industry's been talking about for a number of years, maybe decades, with some of these kind of current capabilities, as well as where we move from here.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You heard it here first. I don't know what we're going to call this yet, but you heard it here first. Stay tuned for some more behind the scenes as we hear about all the different insights. Sheila, thank you so much for joining me.
Talk soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.